Introduction. Our time machine has gracefully landed in a tiny office cubicle. Looks like you're working hard, but what if I told you there were cheat codes to this whole life thing? I made my first million at 26. A decade later, I'm 36. Let's fire this thing up and I'll give you the real-world advice I wish someone had told me. #1. Take asymmetric bets and pay for experience. If you're under 30, you have no reason not to go 100% all in. Your life is an asymmetric bet. The downside is almost nothing, and the upside is everything. When you have nothing to lose, you take shots. I had 9 failed businesses before one worked. You never start from scratch again because every failure isn't a loss, it's a payment. You're paying down the most expensive debt there is, ignorance debt. An expert is just someone who's made all the mistakes. You have to learn how to lose before you can learn how to win. And the first rule of losing is that you didn't lose, you just learned. You paid for your experience. #2. Don't follow your passion. This is important. Don't follow your passion. Follow what you're good at. Passion comes from getting good at something, not the other way around. My dad used to say if he followed his passion, he'd be this guy. Great views, $0. Getting good at anything means slogging through a period where it's boring and repetitive. Your passions will change. Be practical now so you have options later. Find something you're good at that people already spend money on. #3. Get good at one thing. This was me. I had a chiropractor agency, a dental agency, a gym turnaround business, and 5 of my own gyms. That fed my ego, not my bank account. I was so spread thin, I made no money. If you want to impress poor people, talk about how many things you do. If you want to impress rich people, talk about how good you are at one thing. It's arrogant to think you can do multiple things and beat someone who does one thing with all their effort. Focus. #4. Stop networking. In your 20s, there are seasons. First is exploration, but once you find your one thing, you enter exploitation season. That's when you have to stop doing this. If you're debating between a networking event and working, choose the work. When the work works out, people will still be there to take your call. During this season, winners isolate. The top of the mountain isn't supposed to fit a lot of people. #5. The money rule. Speed. Money loves speed. The heaviest things in life aren't iron or gold, they're unmade decisions. By the time you have all the information, the opportunity is gone. It's almost always faster to make a decision, make a mistake, and correct it than to painstakingly deliberate. You can move 7 times faster than other people just by deciding at the end of the day instead of the end of the week. Want to go even faster? Decide now. #6. Get over yourself. Everyone's childhood was difficult. You can win the award for the hardest childhood. Congratulations. But nobody cares about what happened to you then. They only care about what you can make happen now. Your disadvantages aren't your excuse. They're your origin story. Losers define themselves by what happened to them. Winners define themselves by what they can make happen despite what's happened to them. You can wake up today like it's the first day of a video game. Everything in the past is just lore. What are you going to do now? #7. The price of entry is obsession. If you want extraordinary outcomes, it's normal to not be like your normal friends. Normal people will call your focus obsession. But what does obsession actually look like? It means accepting boredom and making sacrifices. Winning happens out here, on your own. No one cheers for the boring daily work. Consistency never looks impressive in the moment, only at the end. You have to trade what you have for what you want. Every hour you spend doom scrolling, you are saying that TikTok is more important than your goal. Is it really a sacrifice to give that up for the life you want? Conclusion. So, if I had to compress everything into 60 seconds, what would I say? Figure out what you want. Ignore the opinions of others. And do so much volume that it would be unreasonable for you to not be successful.